Hello, I'm Beth Joey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome, this is a channel where I paint my face, turn my camera on and talk about some books. It's officially time for another round of my TBR game, my monthly TBR game, which I call TBR Carnival, where essentially I try to play a different TBR game every single month, all centered around this carnival-like theme. Today we are playing, I guess, like the beer pong style version of my TBR Carnival. I have played this before, so I am taking recommendations down below for any other carnival games I should play in future because I don't want to repeat too much. But anyway, without any further ado, let's go straight into throw number 1 of my TBR game. Okay, so first throw had November 9 by Colleen Hoover. This will officially be my third book by this author. I've read It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us, and that's all that I've read. So I'm hoping that I love this just as much as I love those two, but let's see what this is about. The blurb says, Fallon meets Ben, an aspiring novelist, the day of her scheduled cross-country move. Their untimely attraction leads them to spend Fallon's last day in LA together, and her eventual life becomes the creative inspiration Ben has always sought for his novel. Over time, and amidst the various relationships and tribulations of their own separate lives, they continue to meet on the same date every year, until one day Fallon becomes unsure if Ben has been telling her the truth or fabricating a perfect reality for the sake of the ultimate plot twist. Can Ben's relationship with Fallon and simultaneously his novel be considered a love story if it ends in heartbreak? I'm really worried that this is going to be one of Colleen Hoover's that don't end in a happily ever after, because you know I love a good happily ever after in my romance. But anyway, this is book number 1. Let's go straight to throw number 2. Throw number 2 had me landing on Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. This is the beautiful Fairy Loot edition of this book. It says, Emery Blackwood's life was forever changed on the eve of her high school graduation when the love of her life, August Salt, was accused of murdering her best friend, Lily. She'd once dreamt of running away with August, eager to escape the misty, remote shores of Saoirse Island and chase new dreams together. Now she is doing what her teenage self swore she never would, living a quiet existence among this tight-knit community steeped in folklore and tradition, ruled by the seasons and ancient superstitions. But when August returns after 14 years to bury his mother's ashes, Emery must confront her first love and the reason he left so abruptly. But the town wants August gone again, and as the island begins to show signs of strange happenings, the emergence of deep betrayals and hidden promises threatens to reveal the truth behind Lily's death once and for all. I have read Fable by this author and it was middle of the road for me, so I'm hoping this is an absolute standout, but let's go straight into throw number 3 and find out what else we're going to be reading. Throw number 3 has me picking up The Fallen in Love montage by Kiara Smith. I believe this was also on my Pride Month TBR and I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, so let's sort of remind ourselves what this is about. So crossed out we have the meet cute, and then the falling in love montage is circled, then crossed out is big fight, hero realizes they're wrong, grand gesture, happily ever after. So that's all crossed out. And the blurb says, Saoirse, okay, comment in there, has a simple plan for the long hot summer before uni. Party, watch horror movies and forget all her troubles by kissing girls. Between getting over her ex and dealing with the pain of her mum's illness, Saoirse feels she deserves a break. Enter the scene Ruby, rom-com fan and optimist. Ruby is the prettiest girl Saoirse's ever seen, but Saoirse doesn't want to get into another relationship. So Ruby challenges her to try a summer romance with the serious parts left out, just like in the movies. But what happens when the falling in love montage ends? Oh, sounds like a beautiful YA sapphic romance that I can't wait to pick up. Now let's go into throw number 4. So throw number 4 has me picking up The Lighthouse Witches by CJ Cook. I've heard a lot of people reading this and I can't remember what their opinions on it were, so that tells me that the opinions either were kind of middling or didn't have a huge impact on me in terms of the people that have read this. But anyway, let's find out what it's about. It says, a deserted lighthouse. Upon the cliffs of a remote Scottish island stands a lighthouse. Strange and terrible events have happened here. It started with a witch hunt. Now, centuries later, islanders are vanishing. A lost family. Liv Stay and her children don't believe in witches or curses, but within months of arriving on the island, her daughter Luna is the only one of them left. An impossible child. 20 years later, Luna's missing sister turns up out of the blue. She is exactly the girl Luna remembers. Same face, same smile, same age. Faced with the impossible, it's up to Luna to find out what really happened at the lighthouse all those years ago. That sounds like a really, really interesting sort of magical mystery, and I'm keen to crack into it. And finally, let's go for throw number 5. So throw number 5 is Triflers Need Not Apply by Camilla Bruce. This is one of my Kindle books, so I'm going to be reading the blurb off of the Goodreads profile, and it says, Belle Sorensen loves men. She loves them to death. Early in life, Belle Sorensen discovers the world is made only for men. They own everything, jobs, property, wives. But Belle understands what few others do. Where women are concerned, men are weak. A woman unhampered by scruples can take from them what she wants. And so Belle sets out to prove to the world that a woman can be just as ruthless, black-hearted, and single-minded as any man. Starting with her long-suffering husband Mads, Belle embarks on a killing spree, the like of which has never been seen before or since. And through it all, her kind older sister Nellie can only watch in horror as Belle's schemes to enrich herself and cut down the male population come to a glorious, dreadful fruition. Based on the true story of Belle Sorensen, whose murderous rampage began in Chicago in 1900, Triflers Need Not Apply is a novelistic tour de force exploring one woman's determination to pay men back for all they have taken. That sounds like a really fun, like, historical fiction, female rage kind of story, and I could not be more excited for it. So these 4 books plus Triflers Need Not Apply are going to be my TBR for the month of August, as well as all the books that I'm going to be planning to read for Magical Readathon. So hopefully I can sub out a few of the things that I planned for my original TBR for Magical Readathon with these so that I can kind of cover all my bases on that front, but we shall see. As always, let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, or just let me know what you're reading at the moment, loving it, hating it, all that kind of thing. Come and chat to me in the comments down below. I love talking to you guys and I do my best to reply to every single comment. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do let me know by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell all down below. It's a super, super easy way to help my channel grow, and I will see you lovely people in my next video. Bye!